If you're enjoying this show, don't forget to support us. Hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe for more. Your star ratings and reviews help others discover our podcast. So take a moment to share your thoughts. We appreciate you, and let's keep the conversation going. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to ADHP. That's Attention Deficit Hyperactive Politics. Will you please welcome your hosts, Doug, Todd, and Brandon.
Hey, everybody. I'm Doug. I'm here as always with Todd and Brandon. How you doing, Todd and Brandon?
Good.
Doing good.
Perfect. That was the perfect in-sync response I was looking to elicit. So we're recording here live on November 23rd, 2025. And, a socialist just met Trump in the White House. And
Yeah.
That was my favorite video all week.
and Trump seemed to be in love with him.
Oh my God.
The best description I heard someone say today was he looks like a 12-year-old girl looking at Justin Bieber back in the early 2010s.
Dude, he was so smitten with this man. I mean, it just shows that Trump has no actual core principles. Like he likes charismatic natural leaders, which Mamdani is, and Trump is not. And so Trump, at the moment, he just wanted him to like him.
Yeah, I mean, I think Trump has some charisma, but he definitely was like, he was smitten, it seemed like. I don't know if he's just trying to get some of the shine off of him.
What I heard Go ahead.
Go for it.
I was going to say, I heard someone say today the reason why he was all smiling and happy is because apparently Mamdani gave him some compliments, and he loves being complimented.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, the rap on Trump is that you can win him over with flattery. Totally.
Yeah.
I've always thought that was kind of overplayed a little bit. You still have to be a certain type of person for that to work on him, but maybe not. Maybe you just can flatter him, and maybe he's just getting more demented. Who knows? Maybe he's mush-brained at this point.
Yeah, man. Yeah, more mush-brained. I mean, all I can say when I first saw that, I was like, this would make a great sitcom. Like Donald Trump and Mamdani have to buy a house together in the Bronx, start an Airbnb or something.
Oh, like an Odd Couple thing.
It'd be like the bosom buddies.
Yeah. But that was great.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know what Trump could do once Mamdani was in the Oval Office. The only way Mamdani won just by Trump accepting his request for a meeting. Because Mamdani requested the meeting, and Trump granted it. At that point, it's you're meeting with the socialist, bud. Now you're
and it was a big balls. It was a big balls move on Mamdani's part of doing that too. Just wanted to get in the guy's face.
Yeah. Now, if Trump had before that had just said, "Fuck no, I'm not meeting with no New York socialist," you go to hell, and you die.
You go to hell. You go to hell. You die.
But
that would have been about the only way Trump could have come out better.
The crazy part is twice during the interview, his little Fox goons tried to get Mamdani on a gotcha kind of thing, and twice Trump stepped in that way and made sure they couldn't. That was the weird part. I
think we might get to this story a little bit later, but you're talking about with asking him if he thinks Trump is a fascist.
Yes. They were fascists, and there was another one they did. What was it? Shoot, I can't remember the second one, but twice Trump stepped in the way of that and wouldn't let them do that to him, which was weird.
You stay away, my good boy.
Yeah, I was like, what is?
Mamdani's a good boy.
What timeline is this? What's going on?
He's not like my fail sons.
Like those drug addict Eric.
You're so much better than Eric. Oh, Zohran. Zohran, would you come live with me?
I bet he'd be like, yeah, he's smarter than oh, god damn it, brain.
JD Vance?
No, the ex guy. Doge, Mr. Doge himself.
Oh,
Musk.
Musk, thank you.
Yeah. What do you know about Starlink, Zohran? Do you know about satellites and rockets?
Dude, I'm still thinking of the fact that dude pays people to play games for him. What's the fucking point?
Elon does, yes.
Yeah, Elon.
Elon, Zohran, what's the difference?
Also, how did Donald Trump manage to have Beavis and Butthead as kids?
Well, you've seen Donald Trump's parents, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, his dad looked like he was wearing someone else's face.
It's horrifying. It's horrifying.
They are. They're like, Jesus Christ. These are supposed to be the superior genes in the country. What the fuck?
They look like extras in that scene where Beetlejuice has gotten his number and it's like 700 million thousand whatever. And
yes, they do.
Oh, and then we talked about this a little bit in our group chat, but the whole thing about Mamdani is going to force students to learn Arabic numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Every
time I see someone post that thing, and I've heard people do this even back in 2016. They're socialists. They're gonna, those numerals, and people start freaking out. Like, you do realize that's just our normal. That's what they call our numbers, right?
That's why I'm like, yeah. And he's also going to put dihydrogen oxide in the drinking fountains.
I'll bet you next Republicans are going to want to change Arabic numbers to like freedom numbers now.
Yes. Ironically, they're going to go with French numbers.
American numbers, man. American.
Freedom
American numerals. Yeah, it'd be American numerals. That's what they'll go with.
Apostrophe Murkin. American. Oh man. One thing I did see today that cracked me up is one of the guys I follow on social media is Off Joe Wagon is the guy's name on Instagram, and I think also on YouTube.
As in like off your wagon?
Yeah, Off Joe Wagon.
Okay.
And he was talking about how John Schneider released a song about in response to I guess God damn it. A country singer who did a song that he's considering too woke, and he does a response song, and it just sounds he pulled it out of his ass. And he was basically saying, yeah, this guy who was born and raised in New York State was never blue collar. He was an actor out of high school and blah 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 blah. He's trying to be a country singer now, and all of his songs have been blue collar themed, but very MAGA coded, and I was like, that's not even the worst thing he's done in the last decade. He actually, I think, in the last 5 or 6 years, did a movie inspired by, he says, Smokey and the Bandit. And it literally just takes the script of Smokey and the Bandit. He changes a bunch of words around to make it, not the same.
So who is this?
John Schneider, who was Bo Duke on The Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh.
Yeah.
I never watched that show. Really.
Oh, I did as a kid, but I was at the right age for that show. But yeah, no, I watched that movie, and it was literally like scene for scene the same movie, except for they changed the scripting a little bit, so it's not the same. He even says this in the fucking movie. He's like, I changed it enough so it's not the same script. And yeah, and the only thing cool about that movie that he did was the cars were kind of cool. Beyond that, it was garbage. All the other actors in it were all like Fox News pundits, people you've seen on right wing media. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack the show.
No, I was a little bit like, where's this going? Like,
I saw this today, and it was like, oh my god, this is so dumb. So dumb.
Speaking of so dumb, so the White House press secretary, of course, the Republicans didn't know how to deal with Trump being nice to Mamdani and like praising him and sort of endorsing him. And saying he would live in like Trump said he would live in New York gladly.
That's what the
Mamdani.
second one was. That was the second one. They tried to ask Trump if they were like if he would be comfortable living in Mamdani's New York, and he said yes. And that was the other one he did.
Right, and it totally undercuts everything that they've been saying about socialism and Mamdani and all this stuff for years and years now. So I just love how he took that away from him. But of course, Caroline Leavitt, our favorite press secretary, she had to go on Fox News to attempt to explain the sudden warmth between Trump and Mamdani. So MAGA world and much of the internet was shocked as Trump and Mamdani have been insulting each other for months. But Leavitt was having none of it. It really proved that President Trump is willing to meet with anybody, to sit across the table, shake hands, look anybody in the eye, Leavitt gushed. Of course he wants New York to succeed. He wants all Americans to succeed. The president wants this country to come together, and you saw that in full display. So never mind that. Yeah, so Hannity, I guess, is who she was talking to. So he pushed back on this, pointing out that the two politicians had diametrically opposed views. Where do you meet in the middle there, he asked. I think today's meeting between the president and mayor-elect was a good first step, but it doesn't mean that President Trump is going to change his values. So, yeah, it does sound like they did not like that he liked Mamdani.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like he really liked him. That was the weird part. It's like, genuinely infatuated with this man.
I do wonder how much of the original videos the MAGA world ever actually sees, or if they only see what Fox News shows and comments on.
Yeah. I have heard a lot of Republicans try to play it off as, oh, that was Mamdani coming to kiss the ring, and that's why he was being nice, because he did what he was supposed to do, like a good boy.
Yeah.
And then we'll touch on this from ABC News, talking about Mamdani continued that he still believes Trump is a threat to democracy and a despot.
Oh yeah,
and where is it here? So when a reporter asked Mamdani Friday if he still considered Trump a fascist, the president stepped in with a joke before taking another question. So that's what you were talking about. And then Trump says, of course, that's okay. You can just say yes. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it.
Yeah. I mean, I hate the fact that was a funny line. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he can be funny. Like, Trump can be funny. It's usually the things, like, you realize he never really laughs at anything, though.
No, he never laughs. The guy never laughs.
And dogs, I guess, don't like him, which is also
he doesn't like any animals. Apparently, he doesn't think animals should be around people, or especially him.
He's got like a germ phobia about animals.
He's a germ-phobic period.
Yeah,
really. Considering he likes to sit in his own shit, I don't see that as a possibility.
Of course, his shit don't stink to him.
No, I'm just saying that. So if he was legitimately a germaphobe, like Howie Mandel, he completely has a meltdown if someone touches him without prior authorization and shit. He wouldn't be able to sit in his own feces. He would be crawling out of his skin to get away from it.
No, he's a notorious germaphobe. Like, he doesn't like to touch anything. Well, I'll bet you it's not even germaphobe. I bet it's more like an ew, poor person phobia.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that.
I bet you it's probably more that they just say germophobia because that sounds better than he just don't like to touch regular people or have regular people around him.
Yeah.
And that I know for a fact.
And I think animals not liking him is probably because he smells.
I mean, animals liking you or not means nothing. Dogs love Putin.
Well, he probably showers on a daily basis, and
Oh, I know, but I mean, Putin's a piece of shit. So
yeah.
Animals liking you just means typically it means you like animals back. That's the biggest thing when it comes to actually when they like you or not.
Yeah, good point.
All right, so what else is going on here? You there, Doug?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I was trying to read ahead on this, some of these other articles.
Yeah.
So, kind of switching to more international news here, I guess. The U.S. and Ukraine agreed to change draft of peace plan that appeased Russia.
Yes, there was recently a peace plan that the U.S. had floated here, but basically it just gave a win to Russia. It was like you could cede all the land that Russia has taken until now, and blah blah blah. Like basically huh?
I heard something about it being fake too. Like it wasn't real.
No, I think it was a real thing.
It was like it was floated by it was leaked to a news agency, but it was actually never official, and it was just trying to tilt, and like and something about Rubio had to I just was reading about it. Rubio had to walk it back and everything. Like
yeah, basically it kind of says that same thing here, but it was an early document that but basically the whole thing. I mean, and the Trump regime has long pushed for Ukraine to basically concede to Russia.
Right.
So that would make sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember when I was maybe it was a YouTube channel I was just watching before we got on here. But yeah, they were talking about how it turned out to be it wasn't an official draft, and Rubio had to do some shit. Let me see here. So
again, I am reading the same thing in this one, that yes, it was an early draft that wasn't supposed to be reached through. But that being said, even the fact that they wrote this down is insane. That basically that one of their things they were planning to ask might have been
they were trying to start a pressure plan to get this result for Russia. Yeah.
And it is weird that Trump wants to end this just so quick now, all of a sudden.
Well, he's trying to make a plan for his peace prize. So.
Pizza prize?
And then yeah. And then in some other Russian news, apparently a team of litter-picking scuba divers have recovered what is believed to be a Russian tracking device off the Welsh coast. Welshie! Even if I can hide or how. Divers from Neptune's army of rubbish cleaners, or NARCs, discovered the object on 15 November during a routine dive in the Skomer Marine Conservation Zone off Wooltack Point in Pembrokeshire. The team initially assumed the device was part of a navigational marker, but later suspected it resembled a sonobuoy, an acoustic monitor, or sonobuoy, an acoustic monitoring device often used to detect submarines. So, okay, there you go. Russian spycraft.
Beat to shit, though. I don't think that thing has been used in a while.
Right? Who knows when that's from?
Like that thing, I look at the picture of that thing. That thing is not new.
Yeah, let's see if the article says. It's not unusual for such items to be found on the seabed, given the decades of naval activity.
Yeah. I mean, that looks old as shit.
It's no longer active. Several of the same model have been found in beaches in UK. So.
Lots of fishing lures. And
so
piece of spy equipment, huh?
So, yeah. Nothing. This is just kind of a curiosity story.
If that's a lure, what kind of fish do they catch?
Later on in the article, they have the rest of what they normally get, and it's like almost all fishing lures and fishing weights.
I was thinking that big ass thing. That's not a lure. That can't be a lure.
No, that's the sonar device. That's an old sonar device.
And then before we get to MTG, let's talk about John Fetterman. He is going to be primaried, thank God.
Well, the problem with this, and I agree, thank God. The problem with it is he's getting primaried in 2028. So by that point, he's just going to be switching to the Republican Party anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, that's the soonest we can primary him, but the Working Families Party, which is a party I definitely support, the Working Families Party, said it intends to mount a primary challenge against Fetterman in 2028. And that's if you really want to believe that somebody's going to be a progressive, coming from the DSA or the Working Families Party, is how you're going to actually know that they're not another John Fetterman.
Oh my God, this guy was such a disappointment. And I pulled for this guy so hard too. I'm so annoyed this guy ended up being such a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, in retrospect, this is where I'm just the most disappointing thing to me is in the media, because in retrospect, the story was there to be concerned about him, and a lot of the sites I trusted really didn't go into that. Like everybody, myself included, wanted to believe the hype.
Yeah, well, he was doing it for a long time, and then he got that brain stroke. He had the stroke or whatever, and he became a Republican. And I'm just saying there might be a lesson to be said there that brain injuries lead to conservatism, but
possibly, yeah,
possibly.
But there's definitely stuff from before the stroke, before he was in office, stuff in his history where you're like, oh, like because he's basically just the nepo baby of a rich family. Like,
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, see, this is stuff I didn't know. This is he's basically just he comes from a super rich family, so he's not really part of the struggle. He has a history where he chased a guy with a shotgun, like he had a shotgun and chased some guy off his property because he was it was potentially just because he was black. Like,
oh Jesus.
Like I don't have the full details here, but yeah. There was definitely a controversial.
John Fetterman.
The senator from Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a Democrat, but he is very much flipped to the Republican side. And he looks like shit too. The guy looks like fucking. I shouldn't say that, but let's go. I'm not going to talk about the way the guy looks. I'm not that low.
But a Quinnipiac University poll released in October found Fetterman is slipping badly among Democrats in Pennsylvania, so that can make him vulnerable. Yeah, that can make him vulnerable to a primary. According to the survey, 54% of Democrats now give him a negative job rating, while just 1/3 view his performance favorably. And that's compared to last year where he was 80% approval.
Yep. The guy to fall from grace. Major fall from grace.
Major fall. Yep. And then speaking of falls from graces, Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to step down from Congress conveniently right after she is guaranteed a pension. But is it because she's fallen out of Trump's favor? Is that why? Or is it because she's on to bigger and better things?
Oh, she's on to the next grift. We all know she's right on to the next grift.
Do you think that's running for office?
No. I could see her easily going the Fox newscaster route or something like that, podcast or something like that. Yeah, she had the built-in audience. She could do that and not have to really work another day in her life. I don't.
That's interesting. Yeah, you're the first person I've heard that actually thinks she might get out of elected politics.
I think she might temporarily. I think she'll go back to it.
I think most people think she's going to run for either Senate or governor, or possibly presidency. I've heard some people think she's going to run for president. I don't think that's the case. I think she's going to run for governor. Like, that's where I'm putting my guess, is she's going to run for governor of Georgia.
I could see her doing that, but I don't think that would be her first move. I think at first she's going to want to build up her own personal fan base higher, because she's going to base this off of pretty much what Trump did. So I think she's going to end up trying to just do podcasts, talk shows, whole 9 yards, and once she has the interest, she'll go into that. It might not be this cycle she runs, it might be next cycle. I don't know. But I'll bet you for right now, I just have a feeling she's going to step out of politics.
She's going to join the manosphere?
She's already been a part of that. She's already rubbed shoulders with all the Andrew Tates and Joe Rogans. She was on Joe Rogan, wasn't she?
Probably.
I probably earlier on. But I think her recent statements have kind of been wanting to tone things down, right? And being you guys have seen the meme going around where it's Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying crazy shit about the left for years, but it wasn't until she started saying stuff about the right that she had to get security.
Yeah, 2 days into pissing her off, into pissing them off, she had to get security. So much for the left being the violent side.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine she had some level of security before, but I'm guessing she upped it recently.
Oh yeah, because a lot of Republicans are now threatening her. A lot of these MAGA cultists. And you know what the thing is? All she did was demand the release of the Epstein files. She didn't really oppose him in any major way.
And I guess she made a 4-page statement trying to change her public perception.
Well, I mean, I'm sure she can try to do that right now, but that's going to take a long time for that to happen. If people are, and I'm not going to forget what she did. She'll always be the fucking Jewish space lazy, Jewish space laser,
space lazy,
space lazy.
Dude, that needs to be a bumper sticker. Jewish space lazy.
I'm not fat. I'm just space lazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy she's leaving. Don't get me wrong. The more MAGA chuds that get out of power, the better. But I do worry about who Trump's going to tag to try to, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say I hope she runs for something because I think she has a strong base, but I think generally, like in a statewide election, I think she gets creamed.
I hope she just kind of gets out of it. Like, I think it's better for everybody if she stays out of politics. I want to see her get humbled too, but I just think it's better for everybody. We don't run that risk. She needs to stay out of the public sphere. She's not cut out for that. She's insane. So, I mean, she's trying to run back her statements now that she actually, but she said some crazy shit over the years.
Yeah. Though I'd have to refresh myself to know if she said anything that's like, okay, it's crazy, it's stupid, it's dumb, it's wrong, but is it like, oh, I could never, like, if she decided to, like, if suddenly she came out for, like, universal health care, has she said or done anything that would be like, oh, I can't possibly ally with her, even for that?
I mean, her view on trans folks and all of that, and gay and trans folks is going to be down in the gutter. But I can't think of anything at the top of my head. I'm sure that there has been though. With this admin, it's just almost hard to keep track of everything they have done.
Yeah, but ultimately, like I'm not giving her any credit for this right now. But if she wants to come to the side of a universal health care or a universal basic income, like if she wants to be a vote for that, then she's welcome to do that. But I'm not bending my politics to her in any way.
Yeah, that's the thing. Her fans would never allow for that. Her fans are still going to be the same people that were her fans before, and that is crazy, folks.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd be interested. It'll be interesting to see if she does just kind of go into more of a media role and kind of gets out of politics in general or in specific election politics. But looks like we're adding a story. Who's adding this?
I just added that. I don't know if you guys saw this today or not.
Oh, no, this is a great story. I'm glad you added this. Yes. Todd found this via Gizmodo, but I'm sure people may have heard this elsewhere. New X feature, which Twitter feature, revealed. So Elon Musk turned on some sort of feature on X, formerly Twitter, that reveals where an account was created at. It lists profile info, and among the profile info is account created in this region or country or whatever. And we see that like all of these accounts that are like MAGA Mom and stuff like that are created in places like Bangladesh and Russia and we'll go through the story here. Do you want to talk about it some, Todd, or do you want me to?
I grabbed the link because I knew this is something you both probably saw, but I just like, we need to talk about this. So you go ahead and read it.
So I've heard claims that as much as like 2/3 of these MAGA accounts turned out to be foreign based. I haven't seen any actual data to back that up, but they're saying, take for example, MAGA Nation X, an account with almost 400,000 followers, claims to be America First Patriot Voice, but the new feature reveals that it's actually based in Eastern Europe. Another account called 1776 General, who in its bio claims to be ethnically American, is actually based in Turkey. Another account, username America First, is in Bangladesh. One account that is posted claiming that Trump was delivering exactly what he voted for and claims to be based in Virginia was actually yet another Eastern European account. Many fan accounts for the Trump family were also based abroad, from an Eastern European Baron Trump fan to a Nigerian account dedicated to Ivanka Trump, and a Macedonian account for Kai Trump News.
Oh my God.
It's not just MAGA accounts. A now deleted account with more than 50,000 followers claimed to be a proud Democrat and professional MAGA hunter, actually based in Kenya. The aim of the new feature, according to X's head of product, is to help users verify the authenticity of the content they see on X. Which I think, yeah, that was probably exactly what they had in mind, and it worked. But apparently it worked too well because Musk turned it off.
Yep, I was about to say Musk is going to turn this off, isn't he? Yep, because this is showing off too many of his friends.
I looked
that
at
was
it
a mistake
yesterday
on his
and it
part.
was there. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, I logged into my account that I created a new one recently because it wasn't letting me just read shit on there. I had to have an account for some stupid ass reason. But and I basically I was looking through and you have to go into like the three little dots on the profile, and then you can select about more or about profile or whatever it is, and it's in there.
Yep, and some people have argued that maybe these accounts are using VPNs, but actually X had a thing for that where if it detected a VPN, it would label the information as country or region may not be accurate. And so some accounts on X show that labeling, but these other ones that they're referencing don't. And you're able to see correlations where like several accounts of similar content lying about their location and based in the same region, probably part of a bot farm. So this is kind of stuff they're figuring out from this. So we've got Russia, China, Iran, Israel, and the United States themselves have all been accused of running foreign influence campaigns. And, of course, we know what Russia did in 2016 and probably 2024 and 2020. But, yeah, so it turns out some significant portion, and we've kind of always suspected this. Like, you can tell when, like, any news story gets posted on Facebook and suddenly there's 100 comments all saying variations on the same thing. Like, obviously, there's bots rampant everywhere. But it's nice to actually be able to get this curtain pulled back a little bit and see where it all is falling out at.
But you were saying that Musk shut this off already?
No, that's according to what I've heard elsewhere.
No, that's it. I'm looking at it right now. I'm actually trying to find a profile that I know is. Hold on. I'm on X right now. Let's pull up Elon's profile and click on it and see what it says about this account.
According to Google, X temporarily turned off its location transparency feature on some accounts over the weekend after it revealed surprising account locations. But it's
exactly.
But the feature has since been restored for many users. So it's back, and you can still do this. You can still find out.
Although when you click on account based in, and it says United States for Musk, if you click the little information icon, it says the country or region that an account is based on can be impacted by recent travel or temporary relocation. This data may not be accurate and can change periodically.
Of course. Well, that's the thing. People can move around. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something we need to use going forward. You know, when we see these bots go crazy, it's something that everybody should check when they're on Twitter or X. If you're seeing these things, check where they're from, and report them if it makes sense. Like if they're misrepresenting who they are or where they're from. All right, so we got a couple of state news stories I want to get to, and then we'll move on to our geek news. So this is something to be aware of if you're in Washington State. Anti-abortion groups and lawmakers push feds for more permanent defunding of Planned Parenthood.
Oh, jeez.
So anti-abortion organizations, this is coming from the Washington State Standard, so it is kind of a conservative-leaning, but tries to take a centrist approach to the news. I like to get news from there because they're going to cover stuff like this where, I think we need to be leery of it or be aware of it. So anti-abortion organizations and Republican elected officials are searching for more ways to prevent Planned Parenthood from receiving federal resources after congressional Republicans successfully cut off federal Medicaid funding until at least 2026. Letters written by activist organizations and Republican elected officials show stated goals of barring Planned Parenthood health centers from receiving federal money of any kind and pulling them from the 340B drug pricing program. With it, Title X funded centers can receive significant discounts on prescription drugs, allowing the purchase of more medications and the ability to reach more patients. So anti-abortion activists also expect proposals for further restrictions on Planned Parenthood's access to Medicaid and healthcare legislation in early 26. So since the Republicans in Congress took action, more than 20 Planned Parenthood clinics nationwide have closed their doors. And several of those didn't even provide abortion services. Others have had to lay off staff. Planned Parenthood has said in statements that those actions would make medication more expensive and take away access to birth control, testing, and treatment for sexually transmitted infections and cancer screenings. These anti-abortion lawmakers are so hell-bent on shutting down Planned Parenthood that they're willing to sacrifice your health care, Katie Rodahan said. No matter what attack anti-abortion groups and politicians launch, Planned Parenthood Action Fund will always be ready to fight back for patients. So if you're listening to this and it upsets you, you can go to the Planned Parenthood Action Fund. You can make a recurring donation, and you can help fight back for women and other patients everywhere.
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Right?
It's about time to end this. Whatever.
But in some better news for people that are in need of some social services, Washington's new resident portal promises easier access to state services. So for Washington residents, getting help from the state government could soon become easier and more secure, thanks in part to increased use of artificial intelligence. So
what?
Going to be some debate on going to be some debate on how is this, what's the role here of the AI. So early next year, the state will launch the first public version of a new resident portal as part of a redesigned and expanded WA.gov. It will give people a single place to sign in and find and use online services across state agencies. So officials say the goal is to save time, reduce frustration, and make government work more like private sector sites like Amazon, but with public accountability at the center. I say if you want to say interfacing with government, have it more work like Amazon in the sense that it's like consumer centered and you can see all your options and
user
navigate. Yeah, then okay, I'm with you there. But if it's the idea that government needs to work like a business, I always shy away from that.
Oh yeah, because it's not a business. Government's
Right.
not a business.
So, in an interview on TVW's Inside Olympia, Washington's Chief Technology Officer, Gretchen Perry, called the effort an exercise in efficiency and effectiveness, which kind of sounds like buzzword, like,
yeah,
be happy for us. Adding that government must constantly look to strike this balance on behalf of the public. But I also get it that they, this is the language of the moment. This is the zeitgeist right now, is efficiency. But I hope they put an emphasis on effectiveness over efficiency. Like, yes, be efficient where you can, but but not at the expense of effectiveness.
Yeah, I'll bet it has more to do with the way it's physically gonna look, and I'll bet you that's more what they mean.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. And the rollout will be phased. A pilot completed this past June tested a personal profile, AI chatbots, and tailored service recommendations for things like license renewals, social services, cash benefits, and assistance with employment, higher education, and workforce training. All good things. So a statewide rollout began the next month. and the state expects to add agencies and features through 2029. The project builds on more than 25 years of digital government. Washington launched Access Washington in 1998, which was one of the nation's first government web portals. The new resident portal comes with technologies that help deliver on that original promise with tools designed for cell phone users. Instead of navigating hundreds of agency sites and logins, residents will use a single connected system spanning more than 140 agencies. So yeah, that's good. Good. Hell yes. That is definitely a more efficient benefit to everybody. Like one login for all 140 agencies. Yes, please.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure some people are concerned that, like, well, the splitting of data was important because it isolated, this silo had this data, this other silo had this part of your data, and never the twain did they mix. I get the benefit to that. So they do go into this here. Chief Privacy Officer Katie Ruckel, also on Inside Olympia, told the host that the portal's success depends on maintaining public trust. Security is how we're protecting the data, she said. Privacy is really thinking about the what. What data are we collecting, and for what reasons do we need it? Her office has set new guardrails to ensure agencies limit what they collect and use it responsibly. She and Perry are developing a statewide framework to guide how agencies deploy automated tools while aligning the state's privacy principles. I mean, this is good as long as you have good people handling it. There's not really something like the guardrails are having good people, it sounds like, making responsible decisions. In practice, they say responsible AI means using automated tools carefully and transparently, ensuring that they serve the public good, protecting privacy, and include clear human oversight. The focus is fairness, accountability, and limiting data use to specific lawful purposes. Again, yes, that's what I was just saying. That all is going to depend on who's in charge. So it stresses the importance to be active with your elections and making sure you are electing people that you trust with this sort of data. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I've used the current web portal for the state, and it's simple.
Yeah.
It's very simple. It has a complicated login, but it's secure. So there's no chance of anybody getting your account information.
I think it does need to all get streamlined. Really bad overall. It's always, I mean, it works, but it's old.
I mean, the website does look like it was made in the 90s.
It needs an update for a whole bunch of different reasons. I agree with putting everything together more than anything. I got to work when I was in veterinary with all these other agencies, and to have a login for all of them was a pain in the ass.
Well, there you go. So that's all I had for news of the week. Unless there's anything else you want to take us to the Geek.
Well, I did want to mention I don't know this guy in a lot of things, but an actor who's been around for a long time just passed away in Palm Springs at the age of 81. Udo Kerr, I think is how his name is pronounced. He's a German actor who came to America and started working in Hollywood. You've probably seen him in like Blade. He was the old German vampire. He's been in a bunch of other horror movies. He was in Rob Zombie's Halloween in 2007. He was in Armageddon, Pet Sematary, My Own Private Idaho. I think the most recent movie I saw him in came out in, it was early 2010s. I think it was a movie about the dark side of the moon and how Nazis actually made it to the moon, and they had a huge base on the backside of the moon. What is it? Iron. I can't remember the name of it. I'll post about it later. I can't remember the name of that damn movie. If you look him up, you'll find it. But yeah, I just he had a pretty long career, so just
I did not recognize his name, and seeing him now, I don't recognize his face, to be honest.
I've seen him in so many movies. He's always played Blade. A bit part.
A bit part?
Yeah, he's always like a secondary character, or even a third tier character. But he's done a bunch of horror movies. So the one I really kind of remember him from is the movie Blade. He plays one of the elder vampires that the main bad guy kills off in like the first 30 minutes of the movie. But he was also in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. I don't remember him. Oh wait, he was in the part where Ace goes into and comes out and says, "Do not go in there." Woo, all that. He was in that party, I think. But yeah, no, he's done a lot of movies. He's done a lot of voiceover work too. It looks like. He was the voice of Yuri in Command and Conquer Red Alert series. What else? He's a bunch of stuff. All right, let's go ahead and move over to the Geek News.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Welcome to What's Geek this week. We're going over the coolest in pop culture secondary news. Let's dive in.
All right, so let me pull the doc back up here. I grabbed a bunch of things for this week because I wasn't sure. It's like, oh, this one's good. Oh, this one's good. So but we may not do all of them. But first one here, Jon Favreau clarifies the Mandalorian Season 4 story is separate from the movie. I mean, okay. I don't understand why that needs to be said. I last I heard was Season 4 became the movie. That's last I heard. And I haven't heard anything about Season 4 as far as The Mandalorian. The movie does come out like early next year, so...
So is this a response to that idea that, like, Season 4 got turned into the movie and Favreau's trying to say that, no, there is a Season 4, it's different from the movie?
Yeah, that's what I think was what he's trying to say here. Fans of The Mandalorian have been wondering for months whether a fourth season is still on the table or the story has fully shifted towards the upcoming film, The Mandalorian and Grogu. Now, creator Jon Favreau is clearing the air and offering some surprising insight into where things actually stand. In the newest issue of Empire magazine, Favreau revealed that the story for a full fourth season already exists and was never abandoned. He explained, "We were planning on doing a fourth season. I had actually written all of that. I still have Season 4 sitting on my desk here." He confirms that the material wasn't created as a springboard for the movie. Instead, Favreau clarified that The Mandalorian and Grogu was built differently from the ground up, saying that it's structured around a movie structure as opposed to a serialized weekly television show. So there is a larger throw to the whole thing. Throw? So while the scripts are completed, they were not simply reworked into the film. They stand on their own, two separate continuations of the story. Even though the scripts are ready to go, the odds of Season 4 happening remain slim. Reports from early 2023 indicated that Disney wanted Lucasfilm to accelerate film production. Since then, the studio's priority has solely been moved towards the big screen. So it sounds like they're working on the movie, and then later on, after the success of the movie, because it will be successful. There's no question of that. They have not. Even the movies that people hate, they've done well in theaters. So I'm sure there's going to be people complaining about this because I think it's been reworked from the TV series into a movie. Blah blah blah. I'm looking forward to it. It's coming out in May of next year on the 22nd. I will definitely probably maybe go see it in theaters. Although seriously, dude, the last movie I saw in theaters, I really had to do some breathing exercises to not like completely lose my shit because people were using their phones, and that's really a trigger for me. I pay money to see a movie. I don't want to be distracted by someone watching a fucking YouTube video on their phone. There's a bunch of other stuff here. So if you want to read the rest of that story, you can check out the link in the description. I'm going to move on to the next story. Let's see here. Apparently, all of the Batman movies, all the Tim Burton Batman movies are coming to Paramount Plus for those of you that don't have HBO Max. And I am a huge Batman nerd. I love Batman. He's my favorite superhero as far as the DC comics go. But he was he was my introduction to like superheroes, I think. Watched the early Batman cartoons in the 70s. But yeah, it looks like as of December 1st, all the Tim Burton collection of films, the 2 Burton movies and the 2 Schumacher movies are going to be added to Paramount Plus. So you don't have to get that HBO Max to be able to watch those movies. I know a lot of people hated the Schumacher ones, and for the most part, they were super, super campy. And when the first 2 were kind of dark and serious, I've gone back and rewatched them in the last few years, and they're not as bad as people say, but they're not as good as the first 2. I don't think, but I like.
You're talking about Batman and Robin and all that.
Yeah, the Val Kilmer and the Clooney versions of Batman. Yeah.
With the bat nipples.
The nipples and the gratuitous butt shot. Yeah. I believe that Schumacher just wanted to see like Clooney and Kilmer in skin tight fucking latex. But yeah, no, I don't hate them. I liked them when they first came out, and then I kind of fell in line with a bunch of other people who said that those movies suck, blah blah blah. They're so campy and stupid. It's like they are a product of the time. I like them for what they are. I like the actors that were in them. I still would love to see Jim Carrey come back to play a different bad guy in the Batman in the DC universe.
He was great as the Joker.
The Riddler, yeah.
I mean the Riddler, the Riddler, yeah.
He could. I think he could pull off a. Now that he's older, I think he could pull off a Joker. I think he could actually do that really well. But
I'm not sure if he'd want to though. But I think
I don't think he will. I mean, I don't see him wanting to do the Batman universe again. Although it would be cool to see him play some other DC character in maybe something related to either Superman or another superhero in the DC universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and move on to the next story here. This one I had to send this one to Romeo because me and him have had discussions about this many times over. The MCU's real Hulk never recovered from his biggest defeat. One of the things that Romeo said is like, he's the Hulk. He doesn't have PTSD. I was like, we kind of did though. He got his ass handed to him by Thanos, and it freaked him out because he's used to being the strongest there is. And that messed him up. And he didn't want to come out to play anymore after he got his ass beat. But it sounds like in the next phase of the MCU, we're going to get back the original Hulk smash Hulk. So I sent this link. I haven't talked to him since I sent this link, so I'm curious as to what he thinks of the story. This is what it says here. Bruce Banner's Hulk is one of the original heroes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and there are hopes that he'll finally return after his greatest defeat coming up in 2026. After Ed Norton brought the character to life in The Incredible Hulk in 2008, Mark Ruffalo took over as the Hulk in the Avengers, and in the years since, the Hulk has been central to the development of the MCU, appearing in 10 total projects, including Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. Infinity War saw the Hulk face a huge conflict, but the MCU movie in 2026 might finally resolve this controversial twist. The Hulk has become one of the MCU's most changed characters, especially in the years since Endgame. Endgame revealed that during the blip, Bruce Banner had managed to combine the human and the Hulk personas to creating the Smart Hulk, Banner's brain in the Hulk's body. Where we are yet to see the Hulk revert to his original form, proving the Hulk never recovered from his greatest defeat. while many miss the Savage iteration of the Hulk that we came to know and love the MCU's early projects, he might finally be returning soon. I suspect this has a lot to do with the fact that Marvel Studios now fully controls the Hulk. For a lot of years, he was owned. The IP was owned by Universal Studios.
Right.
So, and that's why he was only in so many movies, and then we started seeing Smart Hulk. And I agree that with Romeo that it's really messed up that the Hulk is such a pussy now. But I agree with that. I just think that there's reasons behind it, and we don't know what those reasons are. And I think there's a lot of back end stuff happening. I think, and now that the Hulk is now officially in control by by Marvel Studios, we're going to start seeing him again. And the last time we saw the Hulk in anything was in She-Hulk TV series, and he was Smart Hulk in that too. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm really hoping that we do get him back sooner than later, because Smart Hulk is strong, but he's not the same. It's just not. So, Avengers: Infinity War marks the last time we saw Hulk in the original form, and only in the movie's opening moments. The Russo brothers opened the Infinity War by showing us Thanos, played by Josh Brolin, attack the Asgardian refugee ship, which carried the likes of Thor, Loki, Heimdall, Bruce Banner, and more. Banner staged an attack on Thanos, but despite similar in size, Thanos was quicker, stronger, and more capable, easily defeating the strongest Avenger. Heimdall used the Bifrost to send the Hulk to Earth, but Thanos defeating him had a huge impact. Yeah, when I said that Hulk had PTSD, that really torqued off Romeo. He's like, he doesn't have PTSD. That's bullshit. Like, dude, he's freaked out every time he's asked to come out to fight. He's like, no, yeah, he's got PTSD. It's sad, but it's true. Get over it, Romeo.
Well, you want my take on that?
Yeah, let me hear you guys' take.
So I think that Hulk is more especially during like an end game when he won't come out. Yeah. Like, I think he's under protest. I think he's all like, I just came from this planet where people worshipped me as the Hulk Hogan of this planet, they all regarded me as like a god, as like this great fighter, and I was like had all these fans, and then I come to Earth and everyone's freaking scared of me and everyone hates me, and like, why am I gonna fight for Earth? Like, you deal with it, Bruce. This is your world, Bruce. I want to go back to Sakaar.
You know what? I like that idea. I don't think that's what happened, but that seems less of him being scared and more of him just being an egomaniac. So,
well, yeah, he's just like, I'm done helping you with your Earth problems. Earth hates me.
Yeah. What do you think, Brandon?
I don't know. I don't really read the Hulk comics too much. I don't read comics too often. I've been reading Absolute Batman lately. That's about it.
By the way, I did get the Absolute Batman. I haven't read it yet, but I'm planning on it soon.
The whole series is insane.
Yeah. All right. So next story is HBO boss admits Max rebranding was a mistake. No shit.
You don't say.
God, that was. Yeah. How long was it Max for? I mean, what, 3 or 4 years? A couple years?
Well, it was HBO Max for a little while like that, but then they changed it to just Max,
right.
And that lasted like 3 or 4 weeks.
I didn't even know that. I had
know
no
it was
idea
longer
about
than
that.
No, they literally like rolled it out like last spring, and by the end of summer, it was back to it. They went back to HBO Max.
Really, was it last year? I was thinking it was longer than that. This is what it says here in the article. HBO has been a renowned brand for years. Upon Netflix coming along and essentially disrupting the entertainment industry's traditional business model, multiple studios scrambled to put together their own version of the on-demand entertainment platform led by Disney. This led to Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Apple TV Plus, and of course HBO Max. Having Warner Brothers' extensive content library at its disposal, the later showed great promise. Then the unexpected development happened. In 2023, HBO Max announced it was rebranding to Max. The move puzzled many, with HBO being a premier source of entertainment, dropping it from the name of the WBD's flagship streaming platform seemed to be a mistake, and it was. In May of 2025, Warner Brothers Discovery announced Max would be renamed once again back to HBO Max.
Okay, so it was this last spring when it went back to HBO Max. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was Max for a year or two,
Yeah.
which I just think I didn't use it during that time.
I had it for a little while, and I watched all the DC stuff, and then when it stopped making new stuff, I let my subscription lapse. So, but yeah, initially I was like, why? I mean, HBO is like the primary source of all this stuff. Why did they drop the HBO and just call it Max? Because Max is part of Cinemax, right?
Right. It's like if you had if Rolls Royce and Kia merged, and they're like, we're gonna go with the Kia name. We're gonna call it Kia. We're just gonna call it all Kia.
Kia Max. Oh man, that's dumb. I'm glad they went back. I don't know if they have anything coming to HBO Max that makes me want to resubscribe, but I'll keep an eye out.
They're always working on something interesting.
I did bring it back for a little while to watch the new season of Peacemaker, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it unless something else comes out soon. But yeah. All right, so let's go over to the next story. Where is the doc? Here it is. That is the last of it, I think. Is that all of them? I went through all of them.
That was your last story, yeah.
Oh wow, look at that. We went through it relatively quick.
Yeah, so we can play some Floriduh or nah.
All right, so let's do that. Let me get this pulled up so I can put that and then.
Oh no, here we go again. A barefoot guy robbing a gas station in the name of Gavin Newsom. Call the police, arrest the Florida man. Is it Florida or not?
All right, I'm gonna let you guys go first because
because as a special treat per Todd's request, Brandon and I both have a couple of stories.
I actually couldn't find any stories for that.
Oh, Brandon, you terrible goon.
I know. I was trying to look up for political stories all night long. I was focused.
It's all right. I got two for you, Todd. So we can just trade stories here, Todd.
Okay.
And we'll see how good Brandon does.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So my first story is a person from this region builds fortress of tires around their property.
That sounds Florida as fuck.
Yeah, I think it does too.
Okay, let me give you some more details before you make a final decision. This person lives on a 30-acre parcel of land with a horse, a herd of cattle known as zebu, and quite a few tortoises.
Zebu? Somewhere on...
They call it the Black Fortress.
Okay. You know what? I would say not Florida, then.
I'm going to say Florida, then.
I remember seeing this, but I don't remember the story.
I don't... Zebu makes me think it's definitely not. And tortoise both make me think it's definitely not Florida, though. But that's what makes me think it probably is.
2,
Huh? Well, I'm going to say
1.
Florida.
All right. Answers are locked. I know. I feel bad because you guys both said Florida right off the get-go, and then I read those fun facts to misdirect you. But it was, in fact, Florida.
Yeah.
It had some good facts in there to throw you off the scent.
Oh, wow.
Which was great.
And I remember seeing that story in my feed, so I was like, I don't know if I ever pulled that one up to do on the show, but Yeah, I don't remember what that was. I remember seeing the photos though, because it's legitimately like a stack. Every stack is like 5 or 6 tires high, and they're like one after another, and they're held in by some rebar, I think. All right, so.
And then now you do one, Todd.
I'll do the first one I have here. OnlyFans model ruined mom's marriage after discovering stepdad is her highest subscriber. Do you think she's a Florida person or is she not a Florida person?
Oh, I gotta say Florida.
I'm gonna say not Florida.
It is Australia.
Oh, I should have realized something was going on down under.
If you oh, dude, I watched the video and she's like, "Yeah, no, I discovered it only because the username was also on TikTok, and when I discovered him following me on TikTok, it said from your contacts." And she goes, "There's only like 10 people in my contacts that would probably even be on TikTok." So she's like, she figured it out. This process of elimination. She sent him a message, either you tell my mom or I will. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Dude, and what's really fucking gross is like, he spent 2,000 Australian dollars, which is roughly about $1,330 US, on like subscriber stuff. Like he would
$2,000 dues.
Right. he would make requests of what she would do with her used panties and stuff. It was, I mean,
yeah.
And he's like, he tried to say, I was doing it to help you because I was looking out for your welfare. It's like, yeah, and except for you, he watched live streams of her and her partner doing whatever they do in their privacy of their room and on webcam. But, yeah, no, dude, yeah, he totally got his ass kicked to the curb by her mom.
Good. Ew.
That
Ew.
is so gross. When I was watching the video, I was like, ew, oh, fuck, dude, come on.
Jerry.
Right? All right, Doug.
All right, you ready for me to do my second story?
What's your second story?
All right. This region hunters bellow like stags at National Deer Calling Championship. And then I can give you a little bit more detail here. The hunters use specially made ox horns, Triton snail shells, glass cylinders, the hollow stems of the giant hogweed, and a number of artificially produced instruments to amplify the sound and resonance.
I'm going to say not.
I'm going to say not Florida as well.
And you would both be correct. Do you care to guess where it's from?
South Carolina?
You're like, definitely not Florida. There's no way it could possibly be Florida. But, maybe like South Carolina?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue.
Todd, you got a guess?
I'm going to say the Midwest.
It's not even from America. I was hoping the National Deer Calling Championship would make you think America, which would at least maybe get you towards Florida. But it's Germany.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, it's German. It is held at the Jagd and Hund, or Hunting and Dog, trade fair in the western city of Dortmund.
All right.
There were no animals, only bellowing men.
All right. A man walking buck naked in 36-degree weather claims he was doing a TikTok challenge.
I'm going to say not Florida. Where is it 36 degrees in Florida?
That's a good point. That's a very good point. But I'm gonna go Florida on this one.
And you know what, Doug, you won this one.
Got one.
Tampa Bay Fox 13 story. Florida man walking buck naked in 36-degree weather claims. Let's see, what's it say here? It says a Florida man claiming to be taking part in a TikTok challenge was arrested after he was caught on camera walking buck naked down Polk County Street, according to the sheriff's office. What we know, a man was driving to work early this morning on Broken Arrow Trail when he spotted a man walking down the road naked, despite the 36-degree outside temperature. The man was captured on the driver's Tesla cameras. There's a video? Oh, my God.
That is amazing, though, that it was 36 and still ended up being Florida. Like, I was just a head fake.
I mean, I'm surprised that it gets that cold, period. I mean, I suppose in the winter it does get cold, but I figured the coldest it probably got in Florida is maybe 55.
He thought it was dick talk. He made a mistake.
I mean, yeah, no. That's really gross.
Ew. Another gross story.
Things make you go, ew. Oh, man. All right. You sure you don't want to see if you can find a story or two, Brandon?
Oh, I'm good right now.
That's all right. I mean, we've had a good show here. It's a little on the shorter side, but
that's fine. And
I feel like we packed a lot into this episode.
We talked a lot about a lot of things, you know.
Yeah, we did.
So yeah, I think it did good.
And everybody can get to bed at a reasonable hour tonight.
Yeah.
Or some of us can get to the damn bathroom. So, yeah, unless there's any other last words, we can say goodbye, remind everybody to like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a review, all that good jazz. We'll see you here, same bat time, same bat channel next week.
Sounds like a plan. See you guys next week. We're